tonight.
The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final 2 bring us as we're off in Week 9? And no run back on the opening kickoff. It'll come out to the 25. Throwing first play is Herbert. And this intercepted on the first play of the game. Picked up by Nick Bolton. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. So a big defensive play there on the opening drive, no less, as they make the interception and bring it back for the score.
And I think that's a signal for how this defense wants to play. They want to be disruptive, and you know they're going to take some chances.
Well, sometimes it can burn you, but right there, it paid off. Riley Patterson now for the extra point. And his kick is good to make it 7-0 KC. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Chargers get set to go here for their second drive. 3-5 is where they sit on the year. A very uneven start. Is certainly not an ideal position to be in at the halfway point of the season. CD, do you see an avenue where they can still be a playoff team, or is that ship sailed?
Well, since you took me to the nautical side, I'm going to try and keep up here because to me, this ship is about ready to pull out of port. These next couple of games are absolute must-wins for them. Now, if they can win a couple, get to 5-5, maybe they start believing in themselves. But a loss here, that would move them to 3-6. And if that's the case, well, that boat is going to head out to the harbor with them still on the dock.
On second down, here's Herbert. And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to third down. You talk about this Chiefs defense. They enter play ranked 8th against the run in the NFL.
Now if they could just get their pass defense in line, this unit would be really, really strong. And remember the conversation with the defensive coordinator? He wants them to rush the passer better. He wants to see the quarterback on the ground. They've got to create some sacks.
And he said it starts early and often. We'll see if they can get to him. And he is going to have the Chargers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
We often hear the phrase sure-handed tight ends, and he certainly fits into that category. Plus, he's got a quarterback who knows to look his way when they need a big pickup. And on this play, he finds him for the first down.
And he is going to lose yardage here. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Part of their struggles last week was getting these negative plays on 1st and 2nd down. That's something they have to be wary of as this game continues.
Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. Back to throw here, Herbert. Got a man over the middle. It's Williams. Solid move, but he's corralled just beyond the 40. This defense for the Chiefs, they played really well in the win over the Raiders a week ago.
It was a little bit enlightening talking with the defense coordinator about their performance last week because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance. They did what they needed to do to get the job done and get the win, but definitely a few lapses that they're looking to correct.
Excellent job on the keeper. 20 yards and a first down. Well, he is certainly dangerous when he spots a lane, and he keeps it himself there and worked out well.
And how about the moving parts on a play like this? You know you have to practice it over and over because it's almost like a ballet that has to be choreographed. But how about once he made the decision to go, he committed to it and went. Let's face it, most teams are going to defend the running back much more than the quarterback on that type of a play.
We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn it into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
Ninth play coming up here on this drive. This is 3rd and a yard. Play action this time for Justin Herbert. And he'll be touched out here, but not before he does pick up the first. Well, forget the run on 3rd and 1. They shock the D and rip off a pretty big play. So another 3rd down conversion, and now they've got a 1st and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And he is not going to get through here on try number 1. They stop him at the goal line. No gain on the play, and it's going to be 2nd and goal. He'll try again, but he will lose yardage here as they knock him back to the 3. They lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
This has not been a fun sequence for him at all. 1st and goal, no gain. 2nd and goal, he ends up losing yardage. He may be trying to talk him into getting the ball 3rd time, but I think it's going to be difficult for him to win that battle.
That is not going to be any help as they dump him behind the line of scrimmage. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th. And his kick is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So a long drive gets them down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
And I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Here's Pacheco to begin the drive. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8. And the numbers on the ground for Pacheco last week, very, very strong, well over 100 yards.
He should get the ball early and often here, too. I mean, when you're riding the performance of last week into this game, his confidence level has to be off the charts. Go ahead and keep feeding him.
Not much there, maybe a couple up to the 35. When you talk about the defense for these Chargers, they're a unit that enters play way down, number 28 in the NFL right now against the run.
One thing you do know, they'll be fired up because they're facing a top 5 rushing attack. And even if they have early success against them, they got to remember they got to sustain it because teams that are top 5, they don't stop running the ball if they don't get things done early.
On 1st and 10, here's Pacheco. He's to the 15, and all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Isaiah Pacheco with his 17th rushing touchdown on the year, and the Chiefs are able to add on to that lead. Extra point by Patterson, up and good, and that pushes the lead up to 11. The drive summary, 4 plays, 75 yards. And a long run there in the end to top it off. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Chargers ready to take over. In the midst of, well, let's just say a not-so-rosy losing streak. They've got the open week, though, coming up next weekend, so you have to figure this to be a game that they dearly love to have.
Oh, indeed. They have to have this one because that's something positive to take with you when you go away for a few days, and it actually releases your mind. If they lose this one, that mind stays cluttered the entire time they're away, and they've got to scramble to get back in sync when they start playing again.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Here's Herbert. A short one there taken in by Ferguson. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. His first catch there, good for 10 yards and a first down.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a first down.
Now this one to his tight end out on the right side.
Partner, took a while for him to lock onto a receiver, and he finally found his man coming left to right across the formation. But by the time he got the ball to him, not much of a chance to turn upfield and make anything out of it.
After one, a 14-3 ball game. Second down and 8. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. And he's taken down, a Chiefs sack. That winds up pushing him back 11 yards on the sack. And that'll bring up third.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And incomplete on the deep ball.
That's some good closing speed there defensively, because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
Hamler now on the return. A good work bringing that one back as he picks up about 16 on the return. And it's Chiefs football, 1st and 10. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways, because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
86 yards rushing now for the NFL leader coming into this ball game. Here's Pacheco once again. And able to work about 5 yards out of this as he's taken down up near the 47. The Chiefs at 5-3 now on the year. And they coming on a pretty good roll here. Winners of 3 straight.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
And he's going to get across midfield and into Charger territory. And give him about 4 on the play, but he's marked short, so it'll be 3rd and about the length of the football. They'll try for the first with Pacheco. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. Give him 3 yards there on the first down pickup.
Someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? A lot of it's been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on 3rd down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards. Now they'll throw with Mahomes. He'll get this one to Kelsey. That's complete. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. Getting it to him in space pays off big time. That winds up going for 31.
Despite writing it down on my notes, I never give enough credit to the offensive line, and we have to here. The protection, that's what made this play a success. The quarterback had to wait for his crossing route to develop, and that takes a little bit of extra time. Excellent job by the big fellas up front.
That's over 40 yards of movement with those last 2 plays. Pacheco is into the end zone. Touchdown, Kansas City. So he had the nice run to get him down there. Was stopped just short of the goal line, but they go right back to him, CD, and he delivers to finish the drive off.
A little extra determination there, don't you think, partner? You notice he didn't tap on his helmet and say, get me out after the run down to the end zone. He said, I almost got in. I'm going to get in on my own. I'm staying in. And he carries it across the goal line.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return. Here comes the Chargers offense now back out onto the field. Well, partner, fast forward with me for a second. Remember, next week they have the open week, so they're going to get some extended rest. Does that change how they manage the rest of this one?
I think it does a little bit, but not by too much, because you're right. You get the extra rest. You get a chance to heal up and kind of, do a little bit of a reset for this team. But it's also 7 extra days to think back to the last time you were on the field. So now, a little more importance on what they're getting done because they carry it with them for essentially 2 weeks.
Starting to rack up the yardage here in this first half. 5 catches now and a first down. Here's Herbert. Got an open man. It's Josh Palmer. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. That one goes for 24 yards. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Herbert now. That's again complete to Palmer. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And they'll have a 2nd and 1 forthcoming. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman, both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth.
Yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
Herbert's throw taken in by Palmer. And they just keep marching right along. 1st down on a pickup of 8 there.
I think that's a big pickup for a 1st down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a 1st down. Executed it to perfection. That to the sideline and incomplete. Boy, they're going to say there's a receiver in the area. That was close to grounding, but it's 2nd down. Herbert. Throw left side is hauled in by Palmer. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. And on 3rd and 5, this will be the 8th play of the drive. Justin Herbert looking to pass. On the screen, complete to Spiller. Good contain, no gain on the screen, and it'll bring up 4th down. The Chiefs now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. The Chargers will bring out the field goal unit now. From the left hash, a chip shot here. Oh, look at this. A flip to the kicker. He's going to try to run for it. They're not going to get it. They try to move the chains with a surprise, but it's a turnover on downs. They pass up the 3, fake it. It doesn't work. And the Chiefs defense comes up with a stop. The ball back to the Chiefs and Isaiah Pacheco. Good returns on the last drive. He hit the end zone for the 2nd time. Good returns in this first half, really.
Yeah, good returns for his team. Really good returns.
Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. Down the sideline he goes. Inside the 10. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Danny Gray with his 16th touchdown of the year. And the Chiefs continue to pull away here in this first half. And I think it's safe to say we won't call many touchdown passes longer than that this year, partner.
No, I would agree with that totally. And right now you're looking at an offensive coordinator. Conservative would not go next to his name. Risk taker, definitely, because he valued the opportunity to create a big play against what could have been disaster if they end up getting sacked or fumbling the ball in the shadow of their own goal line.
Those are the ones the offensive coordinators dream about. One-play drives from that distance. What an effort. It results in the touchdown. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25. L.A. readies for its next possession. Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half.
Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made it a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. Now it's Herbert. It's complete to Williams. And he's going to be taken down. Plus, there's a penalty flag in the backfield. They may get 15 more on top of this. Well, Charles, sometimes we talk about the lengths officials sometimes go to protect star quarterbacks, but that was tough to argue against.
Yeah, and I'm sure that everyone's going to say, hey, we're going to administer the penalty the same way for all quarterbacks. But when it's a star back there, even more so are they going to be diligent about throwing the flag.
And he's going to be out of bounds down around the 35-yard line. 2nd and 6. From the shotgun, here's Herbert. That's going to be caught. It's Palmer. And they are going to have a first down, and they're in field goal range as well as they're down inside the 20. Herbert back to the air. That's completed right side to Palmer. And the Chargers are going to have a 1st and goal as he's taken down at about the 8-yard line.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They have moved right down the field, and just like that, they're going to be set up with a 1st and goal.
Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete.
I'm really liking what I'm seeing from this defense because their coverage has been playing at a shutdown level so far. Even backed up late, they're forcing incompletions and fighting to keep them out of the end zone as the first half winds down.
Rashawn Slater, first-round pick in 2021, guilty there. Things made a little more difficult after the false start as they try again on 2nd and goal. Back to throw again. Over the middle, complete. It's Johnston. Chargers going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. 3rd and goal, trying to make that scoreboard at least a little more respectable. A shotgun snap for Herbert. It fights him off. But now he's swallowed up and taken down. So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this. Halftime over, no problem with us. We skip right to the 3rd quarter and continue this midseason contest. Ready for the start of the 3rd quarter. The Chiefs have the lead and set to receive the football. Devin Duvernay now returning from the end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. So here are the Chiefs to take over. They're on a 3-game winning streak, and right now looking good in this one as well. They'll start the drive here with Pacheco. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
If you're a coach, you'll absolutely take that run every time on 1st down because it really sets you up to go in a number of directions here on 2nd.
Pacheco gets it again on 2nd down. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. 126 yards rushing for him so far in this one as he nears 1,400 for the year. Again, it's Pacheco. And he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39.
Oh, there's plenty of traffic waiting for him up the middle. But give him credit, he tried barreling through anyway. They're fortunate to get a yard out of that one.
Flush to his right. Able to find Gray here. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. Just his 2nd catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our 2nd half blowout material. steps away. And this turns into a nice gain with a slide at the end. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, first down.
The defense did its job of taking away a quick throw, but that's only half the battle because they've got to get to him before he can make a run for it. A little bit late containing him there, so he makes a nice gain out of a play that looked like it was in trouble.
Headed straight, it's Pacheco. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. From the 29, here's second down and 7. Pacheco gets it up the gut. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down. Handoff now for Pacheco. Then he'll be taken down near the 20 at the 21. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. They run it with Pacheco from the gun. And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. Give him 3 yards, and now they're left needing a conversion here on 3rd and 6.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making it?
And he's wrapped up, taken down, back at the 25. And now that brings up 4th down there, a loss of 6 yards on the sack. Patterson's kick is good. And that will extend their lead even further. Well, they picked up right where they left off in the first half. First drive after the break, they come away with 3 and increase that lead.
Yeah, and you just want to keep building on that lead, don't you? Whether it's 6 points or 3 points, take everything you can get, keep maneuvering, keep adding to it, keep making it difficult for them to come back.
Now we'll look at the Chargers offense. They get ready for their first possession of the second half.
CD, they certainly know the hole that they face as they begin the second half. They have to do what precious few teams have done in NFL history, and that's try to come back from a 4-possession deficit.
And partner, you know, as that team gathers, they're saying to each other, you never say never, right? Because if you're on an NFL roster, that's how you have to think. You can always come back and win a ball game. And let's face it, we saw a certain Super Bowl, a 25-point lead late, that wasn't enough to put someone away. But that being said, this task is near impossible. Let's face it. And bottom line is, it officially becomes impossible if this possession is an empty one.
Going to throw on 3rd down with Herbert. They got his man complete. A big play there for L.A. 41 yards.
There's no doubt in my mind that not many guys in this league have had the impact that he's had here in the first half of the season. He's been a big play guy from the word go and continues to be one with another one right there.
And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Well, that ground game just continues to struggle to really get any momentum in this ball game, Charles. And I mean, you're at the point here, 3rd quarter, down 4 scores, probably going to have to put it in the air.
Oh, no question about it. So that's your only chance, your only opportunity. But think of the pressure you just put on your offensive line, because if you're a pass rusher, you're not even thinking about them running the football. All you're doing is getting into that sprinter stance and going after the quarterback.
They'll try and run for it with Spiller. And brought down, but not before he was able to break the tackle, and the extra effort moves the sticks. Give him 6 yards, and they do convert on 3rd. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Herbert operating from the red zone. Throw over the middle, and it's caught by Johnston. And the Chargers are going to have a 1st and goal as he'll be taken down at the 7-yard line. They'll run here with Spiller. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. Again, Spiller. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. It'll be a gain of 5, and it's going to set up a 3rd and goal. One quarter remains here as we wrap up the week on a Monday night. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. We're back now in KC. They'll run here on 3rd and goal. And he's in for a Charger touchdown. Taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Chargers are finally into the end zone here in this 4th quarter. And that is what you call lowering the boom down near the goal line. He was going to force his way in no matter what.
They always talk about low man wins when it comes to the offensive line, having the leverage to move the defenders. It's strong man wins when it comes to tackling in the red zone. And if you happen to be the low man and the strong man, that's a huge win.
Extra point splits the uprights, and that'll cut the lead back down to 21. The kick unit on here for the Chargers as they will send this one away.
Duvernay going to sit on this in the end zone, so it'll come out to the 25. Isaiah Pacheco and the offense back out.
He's already hit pay dirt twice. He's up over 100 yards. He is feeling good.
And he's just zipping along today. Everything coming together for him. It's that type of a day that you see a back just got to have a grin on his face every time his number is called. Because he doesn't feel like there are going to be any lost yardage plays. Nothing but big-time positive runs.
Making the sideline grin as well.
156 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's gone on. On 1st down, they go back to Pacheco.
And for one of the first times all night, he is going to go nowhere as they bury him behind the line. So their task a little bit more difficult now. 2nd and 13 that they're walking up on. On play action, it's Mahomes. Sliding out of the pocket.
That's laid out deep for Rice.
A fight for it, and this is caught. What a catch. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown.
Rashee Rice.
63 yards.
And the Chiefs up the lead to 4 scores now here in this 4th quarter. Extra point by Patterson, up and good.
And that'll increase their lead to 28. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25.
L.A. set to take over again on offense. And just looking ahead, it would appear that that bye week is coming at the right time. They'll have 2 weeks to chew on this one, though probably not one that they want to chew on. A poor performance from start to finish. Nowhere to go for Herbert, and he's going to go down.
It'll be a loss of 7 on the sack, and it brings up 2nd.
Well, partner, you and I will be headed to the airport, but after this game, when it's interview time, someone's going to ask this quarterback what hurt worse, the interceptions or the sacks. This whole day, it's been rough. Barring a miraculous comeback, this offense is going to win this game, but he's probably going to say what hurt most is the loss.
So the completion good for 7 there, and that brings up 3rd and a full 10 yards. Operating from the gun, Herbert. Throw left side complete. That's Palmer. And he's going to be stopped here a few yards short of the first as the tackle is made at the 33. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that'll bring up 4th down. They'll run for it with Spiller. And nowhere to go. He's going to be stopped behind the line. The 4th down play doesn't work for the Chargers. And the Chiefs will have the football back in excellent field position. They fake the give. Now Mahomes.
Travis Kelce.
And in for the Chiefs touchdown. Travis Kelce with career touchdown number 109. That ties him with Barry Sanders on the all-time NFL list.
And the Chiefs start to open this lead even wider here in the fourth. Extra point by Patterson, up and good.
And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. Here's the Chiefs kickoff unit now as they'll send this one away. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25. And the Chargers coming out on the field now.
It's now appearing that this losing streak is going to continue. You know, the coaching staff was confident that this was going to be the game to stem the tide, but that just has not been the case.
Herbert on first down now. Got his man. It's Williams. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8.
Timing is so important on a route like this because he's going to line up out right and then cut straight across the field. I think the ball might have come out a count or two too late because by the time he was able to secure it, not much of a chance to turn it upfield.
Meanwhile, Herbert's throw complete there to Johnson.
And he stopped after a gain of 1. Not enough. Still a yard to go on third down. The Chargers on third down. They've converted 6 times and could use a 7th here. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first. Instead of a 3rd and 1 run, they go pass, and they get 12 yards out of it. On 1st and 10, Herbert. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. You know, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen.
Williams loses the football, and it's picked up by the Chiefs. And the return stops just a little bit shy of midfield at the 48-yard line.
All right, you've had to put up with me in this booth. I'm going to try and be simple this time and succinct. It simply has not been their night.
No, I think that fumble's kind of indicative of how this whole evening's gone, isn't it?
Without a doubt. I mean, they've tried, but nothing has ever really taken throughout the game. That's why they're down so big.
Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete. Now a 2nd and 10.
They go play fake. Mahomes on the move to his left. Open man here. It's the tight end, Kelce. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. He's up now to 80 yards receiving in the ball game, and he's got a first down.
They'll run out of the gun with Pacheco.
And he's going to take this one down to the 25.
160 yards rushing for him now as his big night continues. Coming up on the final 2.5 minutes. And boy, has it been fun to watch this offense operate. Quite the display, and now they look to polish it off.
This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22.
On third down, it's Pacheco. And he is going to have the first down, and that is going to take us to the 2-minute warning.
So the Chiefs in possession of the ball as we welcome you back. And they have just about put this one on ice as they've got it here, 1st and 10. Operating from the red zone now, Mahomes escaping the pressure right.
Oh, poor decision there, and it's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Asante Samuel Jr. And the Chargers are going to take over here up near the 40.
When he went on the move there and started rolling out, I thought there was a window, but that window closed quickly, intercepted.
And sometimes, despite how big your arm talent is, you don't get enough on a throw when you're on the move as opposed to setting your feet and stepping into one. That may have been the case there, and the defense certainly benefited.
That'll go for a gain of 7, and that will bring up 2nd down. Out of the gun, Herbert.
There's a short one to the tight end, Johnson.
His big game continues. 10 catches now and another first down. Back to throw. Herbert. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
There's a ball thrown right side and complete. And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 37. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
Herbert throwing again.
He gets this out to Spiller.
And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 25-yard line.
Drops it underneath to Spiller.
And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down.
And as this defense walks off the field, they can do so with their heads held high. What a performance by the offense, too. I mean, really, Charles, just complete domination on both sides of the football here in this one.
Certainly was, and I think both sides compete against each other all the time. You go to each other in practice, obviously your training camps, your off-season. But on game day, you both want to show your best. And I think that's what we saw from both the offense and the defense, a complete team victory.
So for Kansas City,